Hi everyone, I'm Marina Kurkina and I'm Chief Business Officer at Academy Smart. And today we're going to go through the first step that would be good to undertake if you plan to develop your own learning management system. The first step in LMS development is to establish the overall project scope. First of all, you need to understand the list of main functionalities and core features that you would love to have implemented in your minimum viable product or MVP. And the result of this first phase would be good to have the initial specifications and project scope evaluation. While you are establishing the project scope, you need to be sure that you validated your idea and gathered the initial project requirements. And to begin with, would be good to define the core features and main functionality requirements of the product. After finishing the phase of initial requirements gathering, you should think about the next steps. Understand who you will be training. Larger companies traditionally use instructor-led training, which might involve watching videos, reading company policies, passing tests, and researching the knowledge base to master their skill set. In some cases, only one system might cover this process, while in other ones, different systems might be used to cover customer and contractor training. There is a huge variety of massive open online courses existing on such platforms like Udemy, OpenEDX, Udacity, and others. And these platforms usually provide the training for general public given by such people as aspiring specialists, coaches, existing employees, and others. The next step is identifying the roles and the number of teams that exist in your model. Usually, learning management systems provide 4 standard user roles: administrator, course manager, trainer, and learner. Administrator usually manages the company-wide access, user management, certificate design and its issuing, and system configurations, which might include and cover gateways, emails, push notifications, etc. Course manager usually manages team formation and recommend learning materials to the team, team details management, tracking the course progress, and approvals and issue escalations. Trainers are responsible for course schedule management, course content upload, course configurations like safe-paced, scheduled, or others, and feedback management. Learners usually apply for courses and tests, participate in SCORM cloud-based quizzes, surveys, and discussion boards, monitor own learning progress, account and password updates, and account details management. Nearly every learning management system provides the possibility of users and groups creation. Groups usually help to reduce administrative overheads with such tasks like, for example, task assignment or report generation for the group. It's always good to keep in mind the number of users that are going to be using your platform in both cases, either after the platform launch or in the future. Describe training objectives and content. The main decision to take before start working on bespoke learning management system development is to choose the way with which you're going to deliver your training to your learners. Blended, remote, or instructor-led learning. You should also answer a couple of more questions like that. Will your training management software be hosted on premises or as a cloud-based LMS? Who are you going to train? Corporate staff or academic students? What is the average technical background of your target audience? Depending on these factors, the system which might be intuitive for one group of users might be totally inappropriate for another one. However, nearly all user-friendly learning management systems have these 12 traits in common. Intuitive design, which allows to minimize the learning curve and make the learning workflow clear for every user. Good UI, so all the buttons, menu icons, and dashboard items are self-explanatory and help the users perform their tasks. Responsive layout to ensure consistency across PC and mobile devices. An appropriate search engine that brings up relevant results. Support for a variety of media formats, from PDFs to videos, online classroom sessions, and SCORM-compliant quizzes, along with adjustable grading criteria and randomization to stop cheating. Consistent UX, so the users get the same experience on their computers, tablets, or smartphones. A customizable layout that allows every type of user to achieve their goals using simple functions and resources, like dragging various menu elements to organize them in a way that suits their goals best. Personalized navigation, so that users can create shortcuts to most frequently used items and features. This way, every user can personalize their e-learning journey. Instant gratification through star ratings visible to all users, private forms for specific goals, and other edutainment features. This greatly increases the motivation to achieve the course goals and provides qualitative analysis of the training performance in addition to simple quantitative data like completion rates, while turning corporate training into an exciting journey. Engagement measurement through various reporting and measurement tools. This should provide various data enabling tracking learner engagements, which will allow the promotion of top-performing courses and adjustment of ineffective materials. Generating such reports should be automatic or only require a couple of clicks to happen. E-learning automation, which can span from an automated enrollment of new hires to relevant courses to automated subscriptions to various webinars, workshops, or scheduling of mentorship meetings, etc. Automating routine tasks make e-learning much more productive. Micro-learning opportunities delivered at the point of need through integrating your LMS with other parts of the toolkit you personally use all the time, like a corporate CRM. Ensuring that your LMS has all these 12 traits makes the difference between the powerful L&D tool that your organization will use and the failed investment. Define the scope and complexity of your training plan. As for any e-learning professional, your goal is to deliver the training content that your learners will enjoy. These 5 key factors usually influence on the choice of e-learning content format. Team size at your disposal, the volume of the content you need to create, the subject you explain and the ideal mode of delivering of the content on it, the average audience's understanding, and business objectives you need to achieve. There are 3 main types of e-learning content. Point of need support. This kind of e-learning tool and resource provides the learner with a piece of information required to perform a task quickly. Learning experience. This content type is intended for the long-term building of skills and behaviors. Unlike short-term help from the point of need support, learning experience content transforms the learner's behavior over prolonged periods. Information. Somewhat in between the previous 2 types, informational content helps increasing learners' performance when there is a context for applying it. For example, product onboarding content for new employees or so. The table below showcases the typical L&D tasks. Gathering requirements and assessing the learner's training needs. For example, networking with stakeholders across the organization. Development of personal or soft skills. For example, time management, negotiations, presentation skills, etc. Professional training and certification, development of hard skills. For example, project management, sales, service, IT certifications, or others. Talent development, team building and coaching, like leadership, management, emerging talent training. Compliance training, financial, process, or legal. Systems and process training, software, ERP system, or general processes. Specific company initiatives and topics, like policies, comms, etc. HR-related tasks, like onboarding, performance management, succession planning, or others. And planning for the future. Future skills, strategy planning, general research, trade shows, or webinars. It's a good practice to have your LMS supporting very different types of e-learning content, like SCORM-compatible modules, texts, videos, PDFs, simulations, quizzes, surveys, serious games, virtual classroom activities, and others. In addition, LMS must provide the features of content curation and collaboration, or give the possibilities of integrations with other tools. Thanks for watching, guys! If you want to explore more about creation of user-friendly LMS system, download your free copy of our recently published white paper following the link in the description to this video. The topic upcoming in our next video is the functional features of an LMS project. IT Company Academy Smart. Develop smart. Are you sure you subscribed to our channel?